Hey, I'm Andy, and welcome to another episode of Fastlane Friday. And we're back at Project Cars, and we're going to do the Hockenheim GP. 6 laps and 23 opponents on basically noon weather. Noon sunny weather. So let's see how we do. Now, I never played this track before. I've heard of it, and I think I've seen it on, I guess, YouTube a few times. But I never really played it in any game, even in this one. So I don't know how long each lap will take, and I don't know how well I'm going to perform, but hopefully I'm going to perform well. I think we start dead last or something. No, we start in 10th, so that's okay. I'm also recording in 60 frames, so it should be better than previous, or a lot more smoother than the other Fastlane Fridays videos of Project Cars, because it's 60 frames versus 30. So, oh, that's a heavy braking. Yeah, this seems like so far it seems like an interesting track. There's a lot of tight turns, good straightaways, good places to pass, I would believe. We're currently in 9th, so that's pretty good. We're going to be 6th now. We're at a big hairpin turn right here. Careful not to spin out. And we're currently in 6th, so hopefully we don't screw up in the future laps. Although we might, since I never really played the... Oh, and I hit him. He went really high, so... Gotta navigate through this S section. I believe it's an S section. We're starting to get a little bit narrow here. So I don't think we can safely pass in this area, so we kind of have to play it safe. And there's another heavy braking section. And I think the start-finish line will appear right there. And this is a long straight which we can try to draft and pass. Although there's a small turn right here. I think we got a little bit wide, but that's fine. We took the position, and that's perfect. Alright. Let's not get bumped from behind and try to keep our pace. We bumped that one car, but that's perfectly fine. I mean, compared to how I wrecked or I crashed into the that one car that just had its rear wheels flying. I did not cut the track. Oh, that's just wrong. I mean, if you're gonna invalidate my time, then do it for contact, not cutting the track. But I'm currently in 3rd, so that's pretty good. So I don't know. Hopefully the recording in 60 frames will be pretty good. Compared to the 30 frames I've usually done before. This is my first Fastlane Friday, like I said before, doing 60, so hopefully it turns out pretty well. Oh, I got hit. So I'm gonna lose a few positions there, but hopefully I can get it back in the future upcoming laps. That was really unfortunate, but I took that turn pretty badly, so it was mostly my fault. So let's not spin our wheels and let's get our positions back. Hopefully not crash into other cars. And that car cut the track. I'm pretty sure he's penalized as well. I don't know what else to say. This track seems really straightforward. It seems really fun as well. Except for that hairpin turn, which I can't really judge the braking area yet. We're currently in 3rd, and there's a huge gap between 1st and 2nd, so I need to be strong and keep pushing. I saw that second pushes car wobble a little bit, and I spun my tires. So let's try to get back on track. We lost a position, but that's not the end of the world. At least it wasn't more than one. I don't know what else to say. Like, I need to play it safe while try and outmaneuver the front cars through the corners and find a safe place to pass. So I want to keep the nose bumping into a very minimum, since this is a Formula A car, not a NASCAR car. Because I know NASCAR cars, you can do some bump drafting, but you can't, not in like road courses or anything. But yeah, I don't know what to say. I think I'm doing really well, considering it's like one of my... No. I didn't overtake him. Yeah. So I'm catching up to 4th, but I don't know if I'm going to get first position by the time the 6 laps are done. I can try. Through, like, this hairpin turn is where I can excel at the braking area, since I can get back a lot of time through that area, since the AI seems to brake a little earlier. That lets me catch up in terms of braking and in terms of acceleration, if that makes sense. Like, it takes me less time to brake for that corner, and I'll probably exit the corner earlier, so I'll accelerate earlier than the AI. Now the problem is I need to pass this car to be able to get to have a shot at trying to get to first. I probably can do it at this upcoming lap, but we'll see. So we finished 4. This is our 5th of 6, so it's our penultimate lap. We can probably catch up here. Yeah, we can. So I can see the first place car in front of me, but it's going to take me a while to catch up unless if he brakes very early in the hairpin turn that's coming up. So that's basically my only time I can pass him. And I see him. He's only 1.3 seconds ahead of me, so I could probably pass him in the upcoming lap, if not this lap. But we'll see. It seems like the AI cars seem to wobble in that turn, based on what I see, but I don't know, we're closing in on them right now. We're about under a half second behind. And I could have went in there, but then I probably would have wrecked them, and I didn't want to really do that. So I gotta play it safe through this skinny section of the racetrack. And we got through it without any issues. So we can try and pass them here. We can get a draft and then get some speed.
Try and tidy it up and get some clean laps in.
And I kind of slipped up there, but we can catch up here. And we did. Oh, hopefully I broke. Good, I broke just in time. A little bit later, and then I probably would have been sent flying straight and not be able to turn that corner. So basically, first and second, I'm in first. The car is in second. The car behind me, and it's basically us. And then there's like a large gap between second and third, which is a good thing. So then I'm setting the pace, which is pretty good. So our brakes are overheating. I don't know if there's a way I can tell besides shifting the... there's a different way to view the HUD, and that shows like the brake temps and all that, but I don't want to check that right now. I don't really want to check that right now in the heat of the race, whereas they could probably switch my camera view, and I don't really like that. I really like this camera view. So I think if we don't mess up, I think we got first place clinched. And there's the finish line. Oh, that was one of the few racetracks that I did really well. So let's view the replay, shall we? A few laps before we call it a day for this episode. Wow, like I know I kind of ram into that one car behind, but after that I seriously tried to not run into people, unless it was like if I broke too early, then that cone went flying. But yeah, I didn't try to run into people too often, and even when I did, it was probably due to my driver error. Like, it's just the small things, like when you have 3 or 4 cars vying for one lane in a turn, I think there's bound, like some context bound to happen. Yeah, like right there. That little tight hairpin turn. Like you can see the other cars slightly bumping into each other behind us. Oh, that's where I ran into that car. I more or less slowed down to give him the position and let him speed up again, so I wasn't too mean. And here's the skinny section, as I like to call it, since the road is so skinny and so hard to pass without going into like the grass or dirt or the grass or dirt and the sand. Then that's the final turn into a straight to the start and finish line. So I'm probably gonna go for one more lap before I end this episode, just to see how the progress goes. So yeah, overall, I think I like this track. It's very straightforward, and I really like the hairpin turns. I think if there was more damage on, and more laps, I believe the brake temperature issue will be a factor. But I think since the damage I had is visual only, the brakes didn't affect me as much as it could have. Oh yeah. See, it said I cut the track there, but I kinda had no control. That's the story I'm sticking with. But yeah, I don't know what happens if the brakes get too hot if I do like full damage, since I never really tried that. But all in all, it seemed like a really fun track to play around, and I was able to finish first while I started from 10th. Probably could have gone first if I started a little bit deeper in the field, but who knows. I think 10th was a really good spot it placed me in, and for my first time playing this track, I think I did okay. Oh, I got hit hard there. So that's where I lost some positions, but we all know how it ended, right? Well, so I guess that does it for this episode of Fastlane Friday, and I hope you enjoyed this. It was really fun. Like, I didn't mess up as often as I normally would have, I think, but it was really fun. So thank you for watching, and have a nice day.